Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jazzy RN. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I have worked remotely in utilization review for over 9 years, and I've worked for 3 different major insurance companies, and the goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. SSM Health is hiring an RN utilization review position. This job requires 2 years of RN experience. You can have a license in the state of Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin, and this job is 40 hours per week. Next position is an RN Clinical Documentation Specialist Lead. This job is also full-time. They want you to have 2 years of acute care experience and 3 years of clinical documentation specialist experience. And you can be a remote nurse in Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. Global Health is hiring a case manager RN. This job is full-time. You must be an RN licensed in the state of Oklahoma. Active multi-state RN license preferred, not required. And previous experience in managed care or utilization managed experience is preferred. Medical Mutual is hiring a prior authorization nurse reviewer 2. This job is full-time. This is a remote-based role, and we are currently seeking candidates located in Ohio. They want you to be an RN in the state of Ohio with 3 years experience as an RN. A BSN is preferred but not required. Acute care, medical, surgical, critical care, and ambulatory care experience preferred. And make sure you add Microsoft Office to your resume. Now, just an FYI regarding your resume, make sure you add platforms. That includes Microsoft Office. If you know Epic, Cerner, Meditech, Protouch, etc., whatever software or platforms you work on in your current job and your previous jobs, you want to add that to your resume to make your resume more tech savvy. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is hiring a transition of care nurse. This job is full-time. You have until May 6th to apply. You must be an active RN in the state of Tennessee or hold a compact state license in your state. 3 years of clinical experience required. 5 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Make sure you add Microsoft Office to your resume. And there's only one position available for this job. Teledoc is hiring for a nurse care coordinator. This job is full-time. You have until May 1st to apply. This job is weekdays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern, including a Saturday rotation. RN compact license is preferred. Certified case manager preferred. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. And if you are bilingual in both English and Spanish, add that to your resume. And they also want you to have an active RN, BSN, or MSN, or NP in good standing, 3 years of clinical experience and customer service experience in a healthcare setting. And the salary for this job is $80,000 to $84,000 per year. Florida Blue Cross Blue Shield is hiring a CMS and NCQA Utilization Management RN Florida remote. This job is also full-time. They want 5 years related work experience, a bachelor's degree, related bachelor's degree, or additional relevant equivalent work experience, Florida active and unrestricted RN license or compact RN license. The salary is between $77,600 to $226,100 per year. HealthDrive is hiring a clinical support RN or LPN for Montana. There's only one position available. You must have an active unencumbered RN or LPN compact license or Montana license. They want 2 years of at least 2 years of direct nursing experience in a skilled nursing facility or assisted living facility. And make sure you add the platforms such as Epic, Cerner, Protouch, etc. to your resume. Next job is a clinical support nurse for RNs or LPNs in New Jersey. There's one opening. Active unencumbered RN or LPN compact license or New Jersey license, at least 2 years direct nursing experience in skilled nursing facility or assisted living facility. Baptist Health is hiring for a nurse scientist remote nursing health scientist research. This job is full-time from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This job does require a lot of education So the salary is $98,231 per year. A PhD is strongly preferred. A master's degree looks like it's required. Master's degree in nursing, willing to enter into an accredited nursing PhD program within 2 years of hire. Because a PhD is strongly preferred, they want you to have 3 years experience in academic or clinical research, strong communication skills, strong knowledge of research. I also want to add, you must be extremely flexible with the ability to multitask effectively and must be willing and able to travel domestically and internationally. And a minimum requirement is 3 years. Enlyte is hiring a telephonic case manager. There are 3 positions. This first one is full-time, location United States. Second one is part-time for New Jersey, and the third is full-time for Florida. The first position for the U.S. includes associate's degree or bachelor's degree in nursing or related field, 2 years of clinical practice experience preferred, workers' compensation related experience preferred. Make sure you add Microsoft Office to your resume. They do require you to have an active and in good standing RN compact license. This is required. And a URAC recognized certification in case management may be required. And here is the list of certifications and reliable internet. The part-time position for New Jersey, this is 5 hours per day, flexible work from home position, must be a RN or LPN in the state of New Jersey. And this job has the exact same requirements except for the additional certifications. The full-time position for the Florida nurses, this job is full-time remote. You work the weekdays, Eastern time, must have a compact RN license plus the URAC recognized certifications in case management. And here are the requirements, same as the very first job. Sanford Health is hiring an RN call center, remote, part-time nights. This job is 24 hours per week. Salary is $35 to $48 per hour. Here are the department details of the shift you'll be working. You can pause to read this. A BSN is preferred, not required. Must have an unencumbered RN license and or a multi-state license if you live in a multi-compact state. This job also wants you to have a BLS, ACLS, and PALS. Just a FYI, I've worked for 3 major insurance companies and neither have ever required me to have life support certification because I'm remote, and who would I be performing life support on? The next job is an RN call center. This is remote, full-time nights. You'll work 36 hours per week, full-time nights, 8-hour shifts, $35 to $48 per hour. Pause to read the department details of your shift. And just a FYI, this job is 100% remote after 3 days of on-site training in Marshville, Wisconsin, and here is the address. And this job has the same exact qualifications as the previous job. Also, an RN case manager position is available. This job is full-time, 40 hours per week. Salary is $29 to $46.50 per hour. A bachelor's degree in nursing is required, and they want you to have a compact license is strongly preferred. I'm going to skip this. This is for social workers and counselors. They do require you to have at least 3 years of nursing experience, and they will consider an applicant with significant background in case management, transplant services, and or other utilization review experience. Memorial Hermann is hiring a clinical documentation specialist. Now, I cannot hire any nurses in the following states, and you can pause to read this. And they cannot consider MDs or doctors for the position. You must be an RN with clinical documentation experience. This is required. RN with an MSN, BSN or MSN, 5 years of recent RN bedside experience in acute hospital setting, and you must have critical care, ICU, nursing experience to be considered. And a BSN, once more, is required. Current state of Texas license or temporary compact license to practice professional nursing. Community care is hiring a referral nurse, 1 specialty. This job is weekdays, full-time. Shift is 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. A BSN is preferred, not required. Current license to practice nursing in the state of Texas. They want you to have CPR certification, 3 years experience in nursing, knowledge of medical record review, processing, and reporting. Next job is a medical assistant navigator. This job is the weekdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is remote. The position is remote in the greater Austin area only. This is for medical assistants or national medical assistant certification. Or you can also have equivalent military healthcare experience. They want you to have 6 years experience as a medical assistant or care coordinator in an outpatient medical setting. And they also want you to have CPR certification. Primera Blue Cross Blue Shield, is looking for a case manager RN. This job is full-time. Active Washington State or compact license. They want an RN or ARNP. And if you are, I'm going to skip this one. This is for social workers and psychology. They want 3 years experience with direct patient or clinical care post-licensure, high-speed cable, DSL, or fiber optic internet, no less than 75 megabits per second. And here are the preferred qualifications. Maximus is hiring a senior coordinator, clinical ops, LPN. This job is full-time. This is a production-based position. They want a current LPN license valid in the state of practice. 2 years of clinical experience required. Strong computer skills, make sure you add Microsoft Office Suite to your resume. 8-hour schedule between 7:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, weekdays. Your home office must have an internet speed of 25 megabits per second or higher, required, and 50 megabits per second for shared internet connectivity. You can test by going to www.speedtest.com. Here's some more information for you, but you must reside in the continental US and also have a smartphone, which will be required to log into Maximus system. Now, this smartphone I'm mentioning, some companies have something that's called dual mobile. And in order to get into the company's website and the intranet, you actually have to get a app added to your phone. It doesn't cost anything for this app. That way it gives you access to the internet for your to work your job. The salary is starting at $24 per hour. Next job is specialist nursing. This is for RNs. This job is full-time, production-based like the previous job. A BSN is required, active RN license required, at least 2 years clinical experience. And this is an 8-hour schedule, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, weekdays required. And this job has the same exact requirements as the previous jobs regarding the internet speed, as well as having a smartphone to log into Maximus system. Salary is $65,000 per year. Ascension is hiring an RN manager, utilization review. The job is full-time from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The salary starts from $99,000 to $135,000 per year. You must be an RN in Wisconsin. A BSN is required by date of hire. They want you to have 3 years experience and 1 year of cumulative leadership experience required. And 2 years of related experience is also required. Devoted Health is hiring a telehealth preventative primary care advanced practice provider, nurse practitioner, and physician assistant. This job is full-time. You must have an active and clear RN and APRN license in the state of market, as well as APRN certification at time of hire, and must be maintained while working at Devoted Medical. Active BLS required at time of hire. It must be maintained while employed at Devoted Medical. Next job is a devoted primary care nurse practitioner. This job is full-time. At least 1 year's experience working as a nurse practitioner in the D2ME program required. Active nurse practitioner license in good standing. And then once you have the ability to maintain multiple state licenses within 90 days of hire. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. And your hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the patient, not your time zone, the patient's time zone. Flexibility is required. Mercalis is hiring a patient support nurse. There are 4 openings for the position. It is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. For one position, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This is all weekday times. You must have an associate's or bachelor's degree in nursing with a valid nursing license in one or more states, 4 years of experience, prior virtual and telephonic experience is a plus, virtual injection training, prior experience prior, knowledge of medical insurance terminology and reimbursement or insurance healthcare billing. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points, and must be eligible to obtain licensure in all 50 states. Renowned Health is hiring Utilization Management RN. Hometown Health, the job is full-time. The salary is $34.67 to $52.01. The qualifications: working knowledge of the English language, 2 years of clinical experience working in inpatient or outpatient setting is required, 2 years to 3 years of previous managed care utilization management or case management experience recommended. They want you to have a current unrestricted state of Nevada RN license and a licensure from the state in which they have residency required. A certification desirable but not required. Make sure you add Microsoft Office to your resume. And Pronuvo is hiring an RN navigator. This job is flex. It's fully remote, but you must be in the United States and able to work 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, Thursday through Monday. They want you to have an active compact state RN license, located in Pacific or Eastern Time Zone, and able to work full-time flex hours Thursday through Monday. At least 3 years of clinical experience, preferably ambulatory care, radiology, oncology, or concierge settings, at least 2 years remote nursing experience, in addition to the 3 years of clinical experience, certifications in radiology related and or oncology related nursing. I'm going to skip some of these bullet points. Just make sure that whenever you're going over these jobs, focus on these 3 things: what you did, why it's important, and how it relates to the job that you want. And one last thing, the salary for this job is $80,000 to $95,000 in local currency, depending on experience.